This is Fausto. No last name, just Fausto. Fausto is a 25-year-old musical composer from Cincinnati, Ohio. Although he graduated from the University of Cincinnati's College Conservatory of Music with a BFA in classical guitar, Fausto seems less concerned with traditional composition than he is in expanding the boundaries of avant-garde music. For the past 3 years, Fausto has dedicated his time to performing his experimental songs in various open spaces across Cincinnati, and his work has garnered a wide array of reactions from critics and the public alike. He is perhaps best known for his predilection for performing pieces in complete silence, much in the vein of John Cage's 1952 piece, 433. I caught up with Fausto a week before he was set to perform at an abandoned monastery in Mount Adams. We talked about his influences, musical sentiments, and what we might expect from the performance.
Yeah. This is it!
So, I just have to ask right off the bat, what's with the wagon?
Cars. They're too loud, at least for right now. I need to focus on my new piece.
The silence, right. How would you describe your infatuation with Cage's 433 and with silence?
Well, first, there is really no such thing as silence. As Cage himself once said, there is always something to see, something to hear. Try as we may to make a silence, but ultimately we cannot.
What's involved in the process of writing musical compositions in what most people consider to be silence?
The first thing I do is select the instrument I'll be using for the piece. Now, if you listen carefully, you'll understand why writing for the electric guitar usually doesn't go over too well. I mean, you could try to play acoustically, but there's always the off chance that your hand might slip or a seismic vibration will set it off. The guitar is too unruly. It's crucial to have something more docile and manageable. I tried the rain stick in a live improv situation. The keyboard has suited me well in the past. The problem was that you could still hear it. Do you hear that?
Fausto is a fraud. He's totally piggybacking off a Cage. I mean, come on, 434? He added a second. 1 second.
What do you think about critics who say your whole body of work is an imitation of 433 and accuse you of plagiarism?
I would have to ask if they've ever compared Cage's sheet music to my own. Yes, I've taken influence from him, and I have to give credit where credit is due. But I also have to be honest with you in saying that our approach to rhythm is completely incongruous. My time signatures are much more unorthodox than Cage's were.
I mean, it's rather easy to alternate the time signature when nothing's being played. Hell, I don't even think Cage himself would have claimed that the notation of silence makes a difference.
And key signatures. I also experiment with my key signatures. My last composition, for instance, was played in A minor.
Fausto is just brimming with the talent and creativity that the avant-garde scene so desperately needs right now, okay? So, I mean, he melts. His passion, it's so intense. I mean, if he could just control it, he'll be writing songs that no one has ever heard before.
What are you working on?
The monastery gig has vocal arrangements. It's an a cappella piece.
Fausto is set to perform his a cappella piece, Prelude to Sound in G minor. The show is free and open to the public.